Hello? Are we good now? Testing, testing. I'm not seeing drop frames on my end. Are we good? Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. I would like to know before I start the recording again. Are we back? Are we rolling? Are we rocking? Hello? I think we're back. Confirmation that we're back. Hello? Let me check. Okay, I think we're back. Question mark. Okay. I don't see any drop frames, so I'm gonna say that we're back. Starting the recording again. Let me know if the frames drop again. I just restarted OBS a few times and it seemed to work. Alright. Officer Ma, were there other people present when you arrived on the scene? What happened? Why are you asking so much? Are you trying to say that I didn't protect the crime scene? Let me give you the facts. Everything's exactly the way it was when you arrived. No one's allowed to mess at the crime scene under my watch. You misunderstand me, Officer Ma. I just wanted to know what happenings occurred before I awoke. Oh. When we got here, Lo Shiwang was shaking the door, saying he smelled blood coming from the inside. I was worried about Master Lo, so I went up to the door and kicked it right open. After that, well, you know what happened after. I suppose no one could have come in or gone out during that period. Obviously, I've got a soldier standing guard outside the courtyard. We searched the entire premises, but we didn't find others, during which no one left either. That's why the murderer is definitely you. Who else could it be, huh? Didn't we just prove that we didn't do it? I understand. Once I complete my investigation, I will explain everything to you, Officer Ma. Go on. Okay. Low-page relationships. Hello? Officer Ma, it seems you admired the victim. Well, of course, Master Lo is a great novelist. Everyone respects him. Does Lope have any relatives? His wife died young, and they had no children. He's got a good-for-nothing nephew, though. Over there, the one who won't quit sobbing. Stop crying already. I'm sick of that awful noise. Yeah, how dare you cry that your uncle's been murdered? Just stop crying. Okay, it's back. Hopefully it stays back. Alright. Okay, and then we just ask the judge, right? Oh, nope. Best part, he drops a sword to say that. Yeah, right? Like, if you keep crying over your dead, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Judge Chang, did you notice anything out of the ordinary when you arrived? Well, I was not aware of anything unusual. Lo Shiwen opened the door. Officer Ma kicked it open. Then we found you and Lo Pei were covered in blood. I suppose no one suspicious was discovered during that process? Well, not at all. What kind of person was Lo Pei? Lo Pei gained great fame with his book Chamber of Doubts, was serialized in the Shanghai News. As the first celebrity to come from this town in decades, naturally he was loved by all. This town was originally named Qing Chi Town. To comply with popular will, we named it Pero Town. Alright, I understand now. Okay, and then that's it. Can we... Oh, we can just leave. Okay, cool. Oh, I forgot we had an assistant. Oh, I forgot I had him in an outfit. You know, since this is the first section, we're gonna have the original outfits. But then... Oh, no, this is the original outfit. Cool. Oh, wait, back? Oh, yeah, no, we're back. Also, this is soldier that had to guard in the crime scene.
先生，你看起来脸色很差。
Yeah, where were you, my guy? Wasn't it like nighttime when we got in? How long does it take you to try to repair a ship's generator?
我没事，不过在查明
He
真相
left
之
for a
前，
moment and saw you accused of
怕是得
murder.
滞留在这里了。
It was nighttime when we got in, right? Am I stupid? I thought it was nighttime.
找到凶手了吗？最大嫌疑人是谁？
目前嫌疑最大的人是我。
原来凶手就是先生自己。
I can't believe the murderer is actually you.
我来帮忙。
哎，大人有令，闲杂人等不得入内。
兵老爷，我可不是什么闲杂人等。
But don't say that in front of the guard. The fuck? Something tells me Afu has no self-preservation instincts.
大人有令，要俺守住此门，反正你不得入内。
军爷，张大人让你守住院门，是为了拦住那些与查案无关的人，对吧？
这是不假。
Chen looks like he wouldn't care either way. Yeah, Chen just wants his paycheck. He wants to get that pension.
若是与案子有关的人，理应让他进来，这样。
倒也对。
兵老爷，沈先生不幸成为此案的嫌疑人，正殚精竭虑地调查真相，给自己洗清冤屈。而我是他的助手。 那你说我是不是与查案有关？
啊，明白了。
He's working 2 9-to-5 jobs, right? I bet he has like a night job to care for his like 6 kids.
兵老爷果然是明白人。
你是帮凶。
Oh.
帮凶与查案，也。
The accomplice is involved in investigations, guys.
接受调查，不能耽误了查案。
Man, he's doing a great job of guarding the crime scene.
大致情况就是这样。唉，这就是你对案子的评价。
Is that your evaluation of the case?
我只是在感慨自己成为帮凶这件事。
能让你进来就不错了，赶紧帮我查现场。
好嘞。
All right, so are we free? Okay, let's look around. Rice cakes. Are these also drugged? Hey, Shen, what's this? Does he not know what a rice cake is, my guy? These rice cakes are a local delicacy. I ate a piece last night. Why did you pause, Shen? How did you feel after you ate a piece last night? I did not feel much. I ate a piece last night and lost consciousness right after. He just spat it out. My guy just vomiting. Seeing your reaction, the bottle of the right case probably does not lace of knockout drugs. Fair. Let's look at stuff before we talk to the guy. Look, Shen, there are 2 free-range chickens here. Sure, 2 chickens. Do you think they are involved in this case? I heard that free-range chickens in this area have delicious meat because they walk so much. ... Oh, we can't talk to him. Okay, guess we talk to Yang. Mr. Official, when can I go? I still have some steamed buns to deliver this morning. Oh, speaking of guys who work 2 9-to-5s to support his kids, this guy's definitely it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Excuse me, who may you be? My name is Yang. I run errands on the daily. I am the one who called the officials today. May I ask you about the case? Of course, everyone around knows that I'm warm-hearted, considerate, helpful, friendly. Oh my god. Just tell me about what happened this morning. Master Lo loves rice cakes. Every morning, Master Lo will ask me to deliver a bundle. As I specialize in errand running, my service is 100% impeccable. Everyone around knows. I like how we're questioning about a murder investigation, Lo's murder investigation, and he's just out here hustling. Honestly, I respect it. Just tell me about what you saw when you arrived at Lope's courtyard. Usually, Master Lo's already out of bed and exercising in the courtyard, waiting for me. This morning, when I came to deliver the rice cakes, as usual, I didn't see Lope anywhere. I thought he probably overslept, so I hollered for him, but there was no response. I saw the gates were open, so I went inside the courtyard, put the rice cakes on the table. Then somebody called out to me. It was Master Lo's nephew, Lo Shiwen. He went over to knock on the door, but there was still no response at all. Lo Shiwen smelled blood and asked me to call officials. I was so scared, so I ran all the way to the government office and got Officer Ma. Officer Ma and Lo Shiwen opened the door together, and while I waited outside. You meant to say that you never entered Lope's house? After hearing someone died in there, my legs were scared stiff. How could I dare go in? I was planning to leave, but a soldier came and blocked the gate, so I got stranded here. I understand now. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to ask? Ooh, we can ask about other stuff. How much do you know about Lope? Master Lo is a celebrity, and I'm just an errand runner. Since Officer Ma is familiar with Master Lo, why don't you go and ask Officer Ma about this? Oh, what do you mean by that? I caught sight of Master Lo and Officer Ma meeting in private several times, though. Are they close friends with one another? However, there was one time when they got into a fight and Officer Ma even unsheathed his blade. What were they arguing about? I didn't have the guts to eavesdrop. Officer Ma was already fuming. I need to confirm the dispute with Officer Ma. Is there anything else? Interesting. The rice cakes Lope eats are delivered by you, is that correct? Sure, I deliver them every day. Everyone around there knows I take my job seriously. I passed out after eating a rice cake last night. Apparently, it was laced with knockout drugs. What? It wasn't me. I didn't do that. Don't be ridiculous. I have nothing against Lope and never even met you before. Why would I do that? Did the rice cakes you delivered to Lope ever pass through the hands of someone else? Impossible. If something it's handed to me, there's no way I give it to someone else. But I heard he loves rice cakes. He never turned them down. Maybe it was a gift from a reader. Do you know anyone who gifted him rice cakes? Not a clue. How about you let me go and ask Mr. Cow? Everyone knows that I am... No, thank you. Alright, grudge against Lope. Yang I heard you once had a grudge of Lope. Is that true? No way. How could I ever have the guts to hold a grudge against Master Lo? Lope noticed you stealing his money and you were beaten at the court for it. Am I wrong? That was a misunderstanding. How could that even count as a grudge? I saw silver coins on the floor, so I wanted to pick them up and return them to him. That's all in the past. If Mr. Shen hadn't reminded me, I would have forgotten it already. That was only half a month ago. You're forgetting something so soon? Can it be that you felt wronged by Lope and decided to kill him out of vengeance? That's a wrongful accusation. I don't even have the guts to kill a chicken, let alone a person. When you arrived on scene this morning, were there any other people around? No one, but Lo Shiwen arrived pretty much right after. I've already told you everything about my morning in detail. No thank you. Anything else you want to ask? No. Alright, let's go ask Officer Ma about the secret meetings. Oh.
什么人，竟敢擅自闯进来？
Oh, yeah.
张知县，马捕头。这位是阿福，是我的助手。希望二位能允许他协助我调查此案。
能让你查案已经是破例了， 就弄来个什么助手，简直是得寸进尺。
阿福擅长痕迹比对和一些机关技巧，一定会对查案有帮助。
嘿嘿，那叫格致学。
Oh god, science.
麻布头，用人不疑嘛。既然已经让沈先生查案了，就按他的习惯来吧。
多谢知县大人。
哼，要是查不出真相，再加一条妨害公务之罪，治你二人。
Alright, can we ask Officer Ma? You're all over the place. You're not messing with the crime scene, are you? Rest assured, Officer Ma, I am a professional in that aspect. In order to find out the truth, I would like Officer Ma... Okay, here we go. Dispute with low pay. Officer Ma, I heard that you once had a dispute with low pay. Could you... The audacity, how dare you suspect me? I have yet to confirm a suspect now. I also believe that Officer Ma has nothing to hide. Oh, I bet you there's room for younger, didn't you? Pastor Lowe enjoyed drinking with me and talking about my past cases, you know, for source material. But Master Lowe's always listened to me. He rarely talks about himself. So I got to asking. Only then did I know how hard it was to write stuff and what he had to deal with from his fame. I was drunk and wild up, drawing up my sword to ask the gods why they make Master Lowe suffer. He was born to put off his talent to writing books. I got a source and came to deliver something. What I knew he would do me dirty like that. Gotta have a good stream. Okay, Tonks, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Me, have a fight with Master Lowe. Baloney. Okay. I want to examine the door with Afu, because I think the closet door is something. Afu, this wardrobe is locked. Do you think you can find a way to open it? No problem. This kind of bullpen spring lock is a piece of cake. I will leave it to you then. What you doing torching that wardrobe for, you punk? Oh, I thought I told you not to mess with this crime scene. Officer Ma, this wardrobe is one of the few remaining blind spots. If this leads to an error in the investigation, surely no one would want to see that outcome. Of course, due diligence is crucial to the case. You better be careful when you're opening that. Don't worry, Mr. Officer, I'm an expert on locks. I don't think that's what you want to tell an officer of the law. Oh shit, okay. Let's fucking go. I did it! Crime scene investigation. Look, Shin. It looks like someone hid in the wardrobe before. Oh my god, my wardrobe theory is holding up though. Partition board removed, clothes piled, enough space for one to hide. Could it be that the murderer once hid inside this wardrobe? There is no rush to jump to conclusions. Let us first examine the scene carefully. You don't say. Okay, maybe I was wrong about the uncle being in on it, but I think the nephew, having done a bunch of errors, would know how to unlock this, and he hid in here. These are all clean clothes. They are now piled up on the one side. These clothes are compressed. The board couldn't compress clothes alone. This seems quite odd. Shen, have you noticed something unusual? Looking closely at the bottom of the wardrobe, the left side with clothes has collected dust. Yet the empty space to the right is unusually clean, as if it had just been wiped. It seems like someone cleaned this place. Look, the partition board should have been laying horizontally on the wooden frames. True, the color on the side of the wood frames are old, yet the color on the top seems new. It is very likely that this partition board was removed recently. Chen, there's a strip of cloth over here. Could this be a clue? Take it out for further examination. Alright. Chen, it's a bunch of stripped cloth. It probably uses a ribbon to tie up quilts. Oh wait! Oh, that's a broken piece of wood! The ribbon is dirty in the middle. It seems to be smudged with dust. This quilt has traces of binding, so the ribbon most likely was removed from here. Why would someone remove the ribbon from a bundled quilt and stuff it inside the clothes? Indeed, it's quite peculiar. We need to record this situation. Tough fabric, smudged with dust in the middle, used to tie quilts, was removed and stuffed in the clothes pile. Okay, let's examine this obvious piece of wood. Chen, what's that black spot? A wood chip. All the clothes are clean. I guess a piece broke off from the partition board and laid there. No, the color and texture of the wood chip differs from that of the partition board. I'm knowledgeable in wood. Let me take a look. It's really different. Let me smell it as well. Without a doubt, it's not the same material as a partition board. You didn't have to sniff it to know that. Explain your deduction. Camphor wood wardrobes can repel insects and leave a lasting fragrance on... Oh wait, didn't the hair... His hair also had traces, had like a scent of camphor? However, this chip is no fragrance. It's brownish and hard. It seems more like pine wood. So, would that mean that the uncle was stuffed in the wardrobe at some point? But then why do that? Only to take him out again? Why would pine wood chip appear in a wardrobe made of camphor wood? Worth noting. And you keep an eye out for objects made of pine wood in this house. Understood. Wasn't the barricade made of pine wood? Noama's door made of... Yeah, okay, it is pine wood. So it's from the door? The broken latch still hangs on the door, exposing the brown lines within. Okay, we just don't care. Okay, I guess. Oh, okay, so this is probably logic then. We do have a few things. I did not find any hesitation wounds on Lope. That's very unusual for suicide cases. There are no injuries caused by a fight or fall. It's also quite unusual for a homicide case. Perhaps this can explain why there aren't any defensive wounds present. Oh, this is different from logic. Because logic in like Ace Attorney Investigations, you take two pieces of logic and you put them together. But here you just select one and then kind of think it through. Probably the rice cake. The reason why there weren't any defense wounds was because Lope ate the rice cakes that contained knockout drugs, the same ones I ate. He was in a state of unconsciousness when he was murdered. There must have been another person in the room at that time. That person's the murderer. Who it could have been? How were they able to leave the locked room? No, he was murdered. When I questioned him about the quarrel, Young seemed somewhat flustered. Furthermore, he had a chance to tamper with the rice cakes. Maybe Young did kill him out of revenge. Officer Ma tried to make light of the situation during our discussion. However, my intuition tells me that his connection with Lope is not as simple as he depicts. Huh? Oh, is this when we figure out that it's from the door? Shen, why is this wood chip worth investigating? How is it connected to the case? Isn't it common for something dirty to stick onto clothes? The wood chip appears between two piles of clean clothes. Also, it's made from different wood. That's the reason why I'm so interested. Its relevance to the case depends on where it came from. Perhaps this wood chip came from this place. The door. Shen, this wood chip from the door latch. The material and the texture is a perfect match with the door latch's fracture. Well done. This may be the key to unlocking the truth. But very strange. How could a wood chip from the fracture of a door latch appear in the wardrobe? The case gradually becomes clearer. The answer will come to light. Why did it show up in the wardrobe? Nothing useful on the desk. However, I felt something was unusual about it. It seems like something's missing. What could it be? The fact that the coat of the deceased is missing is particularly odd. Assuming Mott was honest, before they arrived on scene, the room was locked with no way in or out. Then, this coat must definitively still be inside this room. I should talk with Lopez's relative. I need to obtain more information on the coat. Okay. This ribbon is dirty in the middle. It must have been used in some way to leave such a smudge. Shen, do you think the murderer took the ribbon to bind you or Lopez? That's a reasonable guess. However, there are no rope marks present on both Lopez and me. Oh, I see. Then again, this ribbon can't help but feel like I've seen it before. Have we? Where was it? I remember now. When I arrived last night, I saw cloth strips hanging from the ceiling. Oh, good thing he remembered that, because I didn't. Could it be that Lopez was strangled to death before he was stabbed? There weren't marks on his neck, though. No, there would be strangulation marks around the corpse's neck. Okay, let's back out. Let's talk to the nephew. Oh, no, I didn't want to do it. No. Hello, person? Thank you. Here we go. Your uncle's attire code, deerstalker and false mustache, was quite unusual. And the mustache hold characteristics of his novelist identity. He purposely dressed himself this way to become famous. So that ill-fitting strange coat was also one of his characteristics. Strange coat? You mean that western wind coat he wore all the time? Precisely, the wind coat made of silk. The tailor-made kit was one of my uncle's characteristics. He spent a lot to hire the best tailor, used the best fabrics for the coat, but it turned out... The fact that this wind coat is not present at the crime scene is what caught my attention. Oh, look at that face. He's involved. I said my uncle's coat disappeared in the dinner. Then perhaps a murderer took it with them. No, the way you said it, Mr. Shen. It sounds like it was plot from a novel. Go on and... Okay. According to Lo Shinweng, this coat was tailor-made for Lopez. The coat was one of the characteristics of Lopez's novelist identity. He always wore it. Something of such importance ought to be left at the scene. However, it's no longer in this room. The murderer is the only person who left this room. He must have taken the coat with him. The murderer must have had a reason to do so. Alright. I hung the door latch. Lopez and I were the only ones inside until Officer Ma broke in. The only way to enter or exit the room is by going through the wooden front door. How did the murderer leave the scene without removing the door latch? Or perhaps the other way, how did the murderer latch a door from the outside? Alright. Can we have our science boy investigate this? I think. No.
沈先生，
Oh.
你已经里里外外看了几遍了，也该跟张大人说说你的推理了吧？要是推不出来，也别浪费时间了，带上镣铐，乖。
推理？现在？
Wait, office abductions.
先生，怎么办？我们还有很多疑团尚未解开。
院子里能调查的地方，我们都已经
Oh,
查
we can
过。
auto this?
即便真相尚未完全明朗，也必须与张知县聊一聊了。 张大人，我想我们可以聊一聊这个案子了。
We're able to
既然
discuss
如
it.
此，你说说看吧。
Oh, deduction. Truth behind the locked room
死者
murder.
被发现的时候，这个房间处于密闭的状态，墙上的窗户不能进出，唯一的出入口是屋门，又从内侧被插上了门栓。当屋门被再次打开时，屋内只有我和死者2人。在这种情况下，所有人，甚至包括我自己，都会本能地认为，凶手就是还在屋内的人，我。这一来，我们便都忽略了屋内藏有第3个人的可能。
哼，你倒说说看，这第3个人能藏身何
Where
处
would this person be hiding? In the wardrobe, probably.
当然是衣柜啦。
Okay, where's you going with
衣
it?
柜里的种种痕迹都表明，不久前里面藏过人。
屋内还藏有一个人，
Oh, the judge is shocked.
藏身于衣柜之中的人，便是凶手吗？
Okay, here's the thing. I think it's someone else because of camphor wood in the victim's hair. That makes no sense.
藏身柜子中的另有7人。
哦，
昨晚我到的时候，这个柜子就处于从外面锁住的状态。如果柜子里的人是凶手，他是不可能出来杀人的。
柜子里的人若不是凶手，那会是谁呢？
Did the victim hide in the
昨晚到
wardrobe
达罗佩家后，
from the
是我
murderer?
自己从屋内挂上了门栓。理论上，在那以后，就不太可能再有外人进入现场。床下堆满了书，衣柜上了锁。当时屋内的情况较之现在，
Okay, where are we going?
而且有近期藏人的痕迹，那也是当时屋内唯一能藏人的地方了。血迹分析表明，案发时除了我和罗佩，还有第3人存在，也就是本案的真凶。如果昨晚藏于柜子中的人不是凶手，那就只可能是这个人了。
Okay, it has to be the victim. Because the victim had traces of camphor in his hair. And that's what the wardrobe is made of. Maybe as the murderer, maybe we got knocked out. Wait. Okay, maybe, hold on. So maybe both me and Lope were eating rice cakes, and as we fell unconscious, the killer was breaking in, and then Lope happened to take longer to knock out? Or maybe he didn't instantly realize it was a rice cake, so he went to go hide in the wardrobe. But then when he was in the wardrobe, he was knocked out, and then the murderer found him in the wardrobe, dragged him out, locked the wardrobe back up, and then killed him.
如果柜子藏的不是凶手的话，那就只能是罗佩了。
Ooh, the
一派
music.
胡言！罗翁为什么要躲进自己家的衣柜里？躲猫猫吗？
那是仅存的可能性了。谢洛克曾说过，当你排除掉一切不可
Hey,
能之
said
后，
the quote.
剩下的即使再离奇，
When you have eliminated the
真相。
impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
沈先生，罗佩藏进柜子中的理由是？
Not in search of inspiration. It wasn't of his own will.
不，他不是自己躲进柜子的，而是被人藏进去的。
Oh, was he
先生，
knocked out and then put in the
如果昨晚
wardrobe?
藏在柜子里的人是罗佩，那你见到的人又是谁？
是啊。
Oh,
你不是
someone was
刚刚还
impersonating
说
Lope.
挂上门栓后，屋内只见到了罗佩一
And then he
人
drugged the rice cake so he can
我
leave.
想，昨天晚上我在这间屋子里见到的人，
Oh, the nephew was the only one that could impersonate Lope.
而是凶手。我昨晚到达罗佩家时，屋内灯火尚明，但我敲了很久的门，才有人回应。在开门之前，对方还特地确认我们
I
是否
found
见
it
过。
weird that the quote-unquote Lope insisted that we eat a rice cake. if he didn't know that they were drugged. That's why I thought Lope was involved. But then Lope... Okay. Okay, no, I see what he's cooking. Okay, I see it. So then it definitely is the nephew, because I feel like the nephew's the only one that could pull it off, because they look the same. You ate one before him? No, because in his logic, right? Lope was already knocked out and stuffed in the closet.
既然你昨夜见到的不是罗佩本人，早上见到尸体时又怎会认不出来？
昨夜见面时，他压低帽檐，戴假胡子，又有意背对着我，加之光线昏暗，而那时，真正的罗佩。
Can you imagine a nephew like panicking when we knocked on the door and being like, "Oh fuck, I have to pretend to be my uncle."
你刚说的这个吗？
Yeah, like he said, he was already drugged and put in the wardrobe.
能解释房间里存在第三个人。马捕头，你怎么看？
哼，都是些猜测吧。你可有证据能证明藏在柜子里的人
person was hiding
就是
inside the
罗翁？
wardrobe of Master Lowe? Yes, I do. The autopsy report. Hair smelled of camphor wood.
这是先生对尸体进行初步调查的结果，它能说明很多问题。
首先，
Hell
罗佩的
yeah.
头发上能闻到轻微的樟木香味，这能证明他在衣柜里待过。
We're cooking, chat. We're
此
cooking.
话怎讲？
这个柜子是樟木所制，有香味，可驱虫。衣物放里面一段时间会染上香味。
罗佩的衣服染香，头发却不该染香。
Unless he was in the
罗佩在
wardrobe.
衣柜里待过，并且他的头是一直贴着柜板的。
你不要忘了，罗翁平时是戴帽子的，那也可能是帽子上的香味。
不，
Hmm.
这顶帽子上没有香味，因为经常穿的外衣帽是不会被放进衣柜中的。
I like how we're having this passionate discussion. Meanwhile, our actual like characters are just standing there.
本官很想知道，在死者的尸体上，你还有什么发现？
The nephew just panicking, just be like, "Ah, shit, he's figuring it out."
那是潮膏的碎屑，说明他和我一样，吃下了带有蒙汗药的潮膏。死者被人连刺3刀而亡，身上却没有抵抗伤，也侧面证实了这一点。死者贴着假胡子，却有些不牢，明显是被人摘下来又贴回去的缘故。这些细节都印证了我刚刚的推论。昨天晚上，我见到的罗佩是凶手假扮的。
什么人胆敢假扮成罗翁？
沈先生这番分析有一定道理，不过，直到马捕头破门而入，屋子一直处于反锁
He
的
goes
状
on a new
态。
piece of wood.
对呀，凶手是怎么做到在反锁
I
门
think
栓
that's
的
the one
情
thing
况
we're
下
trying
离
to
开屋
figure
子的
out.
大门是唯一的出口，而门栓只能从屋内插上。
二位请看，这便是破解门栓之谜的关键证据。
Okay, cool. The wood chip? Or the ribbon? Can I save? Okay, let me save. Okay, I feel like it's either the wood chip or maybe the ribbon that was hung up. I think it's gonna be the wood chip.
这是木茬。
Thank goodness he can save for real.
关键就在这颗木茬上。
这我就不懂了。拆柜板的时候掉落一些木茬在柜子里，不是挺正常的吗？
What?
这不正常。首先，木茬并不是落在柜板上，而是出现在一堆洗净的衣服中间。更重要的是，柜子内的板材是防腐的樟木， 而这颗木茶是松木材质。阿福仔细比较过它的材质和纹理，反而跟门栓断裂处是一致的。换句话说，这是门栓断裂时崩出的木茶。在马捕头破门而入时，衣柜明明上着锁，刚刚才被阿福打开，这是极不正常的。
Oh, it is.
这可奇怪了，为什么木茶会出现在衣柜里
？The reason's unknown.
是什么理由导致木茶出现在衣柜里？现在还没法完全推断出来。不过，这个问题在现阶段并不重要。重要的是，木茶进入衣柜的时间，以及这个时间所揭示的事实。
沈先生，不要卖关子了，快告诉本官，他揭示了什么事实？
很简单，木茶会出现在衣柜中，说明它从门栓上崩裂的时间比衣柜上锁的时间要早。也就是说，
Which means that the door latch broke. Door the rubber still open.
先生，我们所知的最近的衣柜门还开着的时间，应该是在你醒来之前吧？
没错。
Okay.
这不就说明
在马捕头踹开门之前
Before Officer Mott kicked the door open, it was already broken, probably by the killer.
话说，这根本不是什么
The
密室。
door wasn't locked at all. The nephew pretended it was locked.
不愧是先生啊！
Because he was the one that was like, hey, it's locked, and that's why Officer Mott kicked it. He didn't even check.
当时还以为是房子的木头老化了。
Oh, it's definitely the nephew.
必留痕迹。凶手自以为杀人嫁祸计
He
划
must be sweating right now.
却是百密一疏，将木茶落在了衣柜之中。而这颗小小的木
The
茶，
fan, I
不仅
love
暴露
it.
了他的诡计，更让我顺藤摸瓜，推出了他的真实身份。杀死罗佩的凶手就是。
All right, chat. We know it's definitely the nephew, right? Oh, this goes okay. How can you imagine if it's Chen the entire time? No, it's definitely the nephew. Right? We all agree it's the nephew. I'm going with the nephew because there's no way it's not him.
本案的凶手正是你，罗世文。
Ah, look at that face. He's the killer.
杀死自己的亲叔叔的。仙老爷，你得为我做主啊！这人
Just like you framed him, you fucker.
污蔑我的。这个嘛，沈先生，你认为罗世文是本案凶手，有什么证据？这事儿可不能儿戏呀。
我们刚分析过，门栓不是在撞门时被弄断的，而是提前在屋内被弄断的。屋子呈现的所谓密闭状态，不过是凶手制造的假象。在整个过程中，他看似是在敲门，实则是确保门不会被其他人打开。直到马捕头出现并上前
Officer
踹
Mott kicked the door.
凶手在马捕头踹门的瞬间松手，这样就能先入为主，让大家相信屋门已反锁，
Yeah, that's what
进而
I'm
误判整个案件
saying.
你们都被他的演技欺骗了。
好啊，你这白眼狼！
I like how
不
oh,
是我。
罗世文，我必
I
须
like how
告
Maj
诉
is willing to go with it.
你的手法，只是一个自以为很巧妙的诡计，
Got him. You're the only one who thought your tricks were clever.
足以致命。
什么软肋？
What
整个诡计想要
weakness?
成功，你必须保证屋门
That's
始终处在自己的掌
true.
控之
Because if
中。
Mom found out the door was unlocked,
我
then
据
be
司法
fucking
推荐能
over.
确定，罗世文，你就是凶手。
你胡说！罗世文，事到如今，你还有什么想说的吗？他血口喷人，人心险恶，恶意重伤，伤天害理。
Oh, I like how he rhymes.
也必须要说点什么了。
Are we going up against him now?
沈先生，你编了一个故事，
Instead of
又
but
讲了一堆歪理。
ooh.
可是，
你看见它发生了
I hope he has a breakdown at the
凭什么
end.
让我们相信你说的就是事实？依我看，你才是欺骗大家的那个人。
Dude, we proved it wasn't us.
又有什么凭据？
Huh, what evidence do you have, my guy?
一个很简单的道理，我根本没有动机做这些事。
You have no motive,
他找得
huh?
很准，留给我的调查时间太短了，我还没能完全查清杀人动机。
罗佩是我的亲叔叔呀，我怎么会想杀他呢？更关键的问题在于，你我之间，咱俩这是第一次见面吧？
没错，此前你我素不相识。
既然素不相识，我何苦要通过杀害亲叔叔来陷害你？既然素不相识，我当然不可能知道你昨天晚上会来访。
You
又如何能设计
improvised.
陷阱来栽赃你？
我撞破你行凶，
Yeah, that was pure coincidence.
巧合？你不是说一切都是我设计好的诡计吗？
沈先生，你们真的素不相识？
的确如此。
既然你俩不认识，罗世文确实没道理陷
But
害
I just happened to be here. He just kind of
先生
winged it.
情况对我们好像不太妙。
沈先生，你是不是弄错了呀？
I'm not mistaken. It's that little fucker.
不会的，我先
Oh,
生
he's
推理从来
off
没有
his
错过。
Zangy.
推理，那只是你们的一面之词罢了。证据呢？你们有吗？请凭那颗木茬吗？
这个嘛，罗世文说的也有一定道理。
I like how the judge always looks like he's done with
有
everyone's
进一
shit.
步的证据能证明你的主张吗？
I don't think we have
如果
anything.
没有证据的话，你确实无法告发罗世文。要是弄错了，本官可不好办呢。
Oh, we're in trouble. Is this movie logic our way
早
out?
就听说自诩侦探的人中，也有不少无耻之徒。今日算是遇到一个。
Wait, maybe he's
沈先生
holding.
你没证据，
Didn't we want us about the manuscript? Is he
目前还没有。
just holding the manuscript?
那就只能把你们都抓回去，大刑伺候。
See, y'all. I thought we were British. What's with the
都
y'all?
推理到这一步了，还是要被他逃掉吗？
先生，你再努力想想啊，是不是还漏掉了什么线索？你不是说过吗？你对你的记忆宫殿很有自信。
Memory
难道发罗
palace.
世文的证据一定还存在于这个房间之中。
凡有接触，
Oh.
必留痕迹。证据不是不存在，只是未被
Not
发现。
non-existent, but said
以本
undiscovered.
物之象，其本世之象，次第安顿于各处所。
Oh, are we flashing back? Oh yeah, but he's holding the manuscript
桌上
in his
到底缺
hand.
少了什么东西呢？
Handwritten manuscript.
书桌上缺少的东西
He's been holding it the whole
是罗佩
time.
的手稿。
You think he would like get
砚
rid
台上
of
的粉
it?
末还没有完全凝结，毛笔上的墨也未干，说明昨晚有人在书桌前写过东西。可能是罗佩，也可能是假扮成罗佩的罗世文。不管是谁，现场都应该留下手写的书稿。
Oh, I wonder. Okay, hold on, pause this, because I have a theory, right? So the fact that we were there and we were around for him to frame, that's purely coincidence. I think the original plan was to make it look like a suicide. But then I think when we came in, he was writing a suicide note. And then when we came in and got knocked out by the rice cake, he improvised and made it look like we murdered him instead of the suicide he was planning on. That's my theory. So I think he's holding not a manuscript, but a suicide note.
这件事
And if the suicide note was left at the crime scene, it wouldn't make any sense.
调查这张书桌的时候，总有一种微妙的异样感。要把这种感觉牢牢抓住。
And he's holding
那
the
就是
suicide
潜
note
藏
he
在我记忆
made.
中的关键线索。 想起来了，初次醒时，我曾见到过桌上摆着书稿，这是调查书桌时那种异样感的源头。
When he first awoke.
说明书稿是我醒来之后被拿走的。
Taken after I woke.
有人在调查过程中藏匿了线索，是谁？为什么要这么做？可能性最大的当然是凶手了。不过
Yeah, also, wasn't the nephew near the desk crying over the body?
其他的可能
What the fuck is
其他的
this?
可能性出现的概率有多高？非常低。
Hello, do we have an alter
现
ego?
场除凶手之外，没人有动力藏匿线索。我们对这些低概率事件的态度是暂不列入假设。我现在很忙，你可以走开吗？
Oh my god.
我在帮你梳理案情呢，大侦探。
What is with detective games and having like person in your head?
藏匿了书稿，这份书稿对他一定非常重要。书稿里到底写了什么？作案动机、关键证据、死亡遗言，还是书稿本身价值不菲？可能性太多了。你更应该问的问题是：为什么白天冒着风险也要拿走的东西，当天晚上却没有拿走？
Be left behind that night. Why would something he risked taken away in broad daylight be left behind? Okay, so let's think. He forgot it? The nephew seemed stupid.
虽然有些难以置信，但似乎凶手在离开现场时
Because they probably didn't expect us, so they were nervous.
再次进入现场后，他意识到书稿可能会成为对自己不利的关键证据，才不得不铤而走险。本案是蓄谋杀人，轨迹是事先计划好的，否则无法做到如此环环相扣。凶手又是个心思缜密的人，现场也是经他处理过的。什么样的事会被他遗忘呢？真的每件事情都在凶手的计划之中吗？
Yeah, I think it was what I said earlier. It was really planned to be a
有件
stage
事
suicide.
凶手确实无法计划。凶手计划之外的事情是，
I wasn't. My arrival wasn't planned.
连罗世文自己都说，他不可能事先知道我会来访。但不管他是怎么说的，他事实上设计了一个密室，把案件嫁祸到了我身上。我成为这个杀人计划的一部分，这本身就是最不合理的地方。那如果你没有出现呢？
They would have had another plan. It was gonna be a suicide. That's why there was like the cloth line hanging from like the rafters.
也是他原
But
本
then why was he stabbed?
凶手没料到我会中途到访。
Oh, maybe the plan originally was to knock him out, hang him by the rafters with that cloth bit, make it look like he hanged himself. But then we came along, we got knocked out, so he stabbed his uncle after he died. So he was stabbed post-mortem. He didn't die from stabbing. Well, I mean, he did die from that, but I think the plan was to knock out the uncle and then hang him, and that's how he was supposed to die. But then we came in, so he was like, I'm gonna make it look like a murder, not a suicide. Right? You guys see what I'm getting at? Why would there be cloth in the rafters if it wasn't?
这间密室中
Because that makes sense if it was gonna be a suicide.
很显然，凶手原本的计划是让罗佩在密室中杀死自己。他想伪造。
That's the whole reason for the locked room. Oh my god, it's coming together, chat.
计划是伪造自杀，消失的书稿中就有可能藏有
A suicide note. I'm so smart, chat.
现场
I called
必
it.
然会有一份遗书。
沈先生，你再磨磨蹭蹭赖着不走，本捕可就要动粗了。
且慢，张知县，马捕头，我已经知晓凶手的全部轨迹，能否最后再给我一次机会？我 沈仲平定然还你们一个真
The
相。
nephew has to be sweating by now.
大人，不必再听他
Man,
妖
he's
言
really
惑众。
crumbling up that suicide note.
看你如此在意，本官反倒想再给沈先生一个机会。
Ah,
沈
he's
先
really
生，
like, you know what? The
请
nephew
说
seems
吧。
really bothered by this. I'm gonna go
虽
with
然
it.
本官觉得你应该已经山穷水尽了。
我与罗世文素不相识，却能成为他密室杀人轨迹中的核心一环，是因为罗世文临时改变了计划，而他原本的计划是伪造罗佩在屋内自杀。
Oh, we got him.
原计划
Oh, the
是
judge
伪造
dropped his
自杀
book.
吗？沈先生，你的这个说法可有凭据？
Oh, the nephew's holding the
根据
evidence.
我的推理，凶手在离开现场时，不慎将一份伪造的遗书落在了屋内。
Man,
Oh.
this probably would have gone to plan if he didn't
还有
forget the
这种事。
suicide note. That's the thing.
沈先生
He could take it to suicide note last
说到
night,
这个
disposed
时
of
候
it.
还在信口雌黄呢，
You think he would
你要是
dispose
有
of
什么
it by
疑问
now?
就拿出来给大家看啊。
若伪造遗书一事为真，本府立马将罗世文拿下。
马捕头，我能问你一个问题吗？
你说吧。
我初醒来时，曾见到书桌上铺着一张纸，你可有印象？
你这一说，好像还真是。不过，又好像记不太清了。
马捕头曾反复强调，绝不允许任何人破坏现场。然而在调查时，凶手就是在您的眼皮子底下，偷偷将遗书藏起来了。我们一起再搜查一次房间，只要找到
Oh my
遗书
god, did we not
就能
figure out
证明
he's
我的观点。
holding it?
沈先生，我劝你不要再拖延时间了。你编故事的能力，真是比我们这些写小说的都要强啊。
Than us novelists.
沈先生，今日本官已经听了很多的
We're
推
so
理
close.
你
What
的
do we have to
分
do to
析
be like
虽
he's
然
holding
听着都
it?
挺有道理，但毕竟只是你的一面之词。本官断案，还是需要看到实打实的证据。
张大人明察秋毫。
你既然主张屋内有伪造的遗书，你就有义务找到它。本官再给你最后一次机会，指出你说的遗书究
Okay,
竟藏在哪里？
he's holding it right now.
县老爷，其实一次机会和2次机会的差别也不大，不如
在最后给一次机会。这是沈先生刚刚自己说的话。
You know, for as smart as they are, really can't see things right in front of
感
him.
谢张知县成全，
Yeah,
一次机会。
maybe he needs new glasses. Oh, sounds like Shen knows where it
没有这样的
is.
证据存在。
那么，就请沈先生指出吧。
先生，咱们只有一次机会，这可怎么办？
到了这个时候，必须赌一把了。
Gamble? Could you say a bluff? It has to be here. Confirm. We're going with it. He's holding it right now.
就藏在这个地方。
是，什么地方？
We're right. I knew we were right. I love the point, how he points his fan.
你胡说！
If we're lying, show us what you're
我和马捕头曾分别搜
holding.
索过屋子内外，没发现可疑的纸张。那封伪造的遗书，只可能还藏在你的身上。
张大人，沈仲平这是
You should have
想
put
在
in
没有
like
明
a
确证据
pocket
的
or
情况下
something.
搜我的身吗？我可是癸卯年的秀才，见官不跪。
这个嘛，
如果要我说的更清楚一些，那就是这里。
Oh, now we have to do another thing to be like, okay, my guy, you're fucking holding it.
那种东西，怎么可能藏在我身上？
看你的表情，桌上遗失的书稿， 就是你手上一直握着的那卷书吧？
Ah, the classic. The murderer had it on them the whole time.
不是的，
I always like the twist that the murderer had it on them the whole time. I think it's a nice
收
twist.
缴上来检查一下吧。
You know, yeah, I just have to confirm it 2 or 3 times to confirm he's holding it.
你别过来！
小子，不许吃书！
He's trying to eat it.
住手啊！
Quick, do the Heimlich.
大人，你看，这里面还真夹着一张纸。
我曾与死亡签契。
Oh, that's the intro bit we saw.
他的到来，今夜他终于叩
It all comes
响
full
了
circle.
门
He did try to eat the evidence.
烦请侄儿试闻处理我身后之事，一切从简即可。沈先生料事如神，还真是一张遗书。
But why kill him?
罗世文，这忘恩负义的小兔崽子！
Did he just want the money? Is that
公
it?
对你也算关爱有加，你怎么对得起他？我今天非要拿你这小子的脑瓜子磨糟！
你胡说，是他对不起我。
Oh, well, I want to hear this.
这么说，你是承认自己杀害罗佩了？
污蔑，不是我。
罗世文，无论你和罗佩之间有何恩怨，都不该动
Yeah.
杀人之心。
I think we're pissed that he just framed us. He's like, Bud, don't frame me.
沈先生，不知能否为本官梳理一下整个案子的
Oh, we're gonna have a bit of a
来龙去脉
recap? Okay.
秉正大人，罗世文最开始的计划其实是迷晕罗佩，用衣柜中的那卷布袋杀害他，
I do like this recap.
然后利用门栓诡计，制造他在密闭的房间内上吊自杀的假象。不料，在他行凶的过程中，
The ribbon the wardrobe resolved.
便坚持要见罗佩。
因此，他不得不改变计划，把先生嫁祸成凶手。
在我晕倒后，罗世文从柜子中将昏睡的罗佩抬出并杀害，又将凶器塞入我的手中，然后按原计划弄断门栓，伪造密室。却不知天网恢恢，疏而不漏。在现实中杀人，跟在小说中想象作案，又岂是一样的？
So
死
true.
者胸口被刺后流了很多血，完成布置所花费的时间也比他预计的要长。他忙中出乱，
Oh, we
留下
got
了
the fan
许多漏
out.
洞。
漏洞？有什么漏洞？
在弄断门栓时，他没注意到绷进袖口的木茬。他没有时间还原布袋，整理衣柜，只能将那卷布袋塞入其中，再将衣柜反锁。
不料，却把袖口的木茬留在了上锁的衣柜。
Man, that wood chip really fucked him over, huh?
当然是他竟然忘了把遗书带
I
走。
like seeing, I like how you can see like all the doubts suddenly being resolved as you like say what really happened.
他拿走了桌上的书稿，想藏木于林，掩人耳目。我说的没错吧，罗世文，你就是杀害罗佩的凶手。
不，你们根本不懂，
Oh, it really was all for the money, huh?
本来就是我的，通通都
That's
是我
fucked
的。
up.
怎么会？怎么会？我
No way, no way, no
我
way.
竟然
Come on, please have a breakdown. Oh, no, he just
这
fainted.
小子
I thought it would be like an
竟然直接
epic
晕了过去。
breakdown. Look at the
沈先生
punk.
此案峰回路转，你的表现令我印象深刻。不仅在短时间内洗清了自己的冤屈，还帮我们找到了真凶。
Hey, we did it, chat. Oh, we got a
不过
thumbs up from Officer Ma.
本官尚有一丝疑虑。
What's the
大
doubt?
人请讲。
我刚比较了遗书上的字迹与罗佩手稿上的字迹，两者颇为相近。
Oh wait, did a nephew actually write the
罗世文
books?
尚未承认罪行， 杀人的动机亦不清晰。
Maybe like his nephew was actually writing the books and the uncle was taking credit, so he killed him because he was sick of the uncle taking the
如
credit.
果想要此案成为铁
And
案，
that's what he meant by all this should be
还需要找到
mine.
更多的
He's
证
the one that was writing the successful stories, not the
哦，
uncle.
对对对，不知沈先生有何高见？
罗世文假扮罗佩时，穿着他的风衣外套，那件外套从案发现场消失了，应该是在罗世文第一次离开现场时被他带走了。他一定有不得不这么做的理由。
I get to hold the talking sword now. My talking sword's my fan.
我猜，罗世文是穿着那件外套行凶的，外套上很可能沾有罗佩的血，才不能被留在现场。还有带蒙汗药的潮膏，也在布置完现场后被罗世文带走了，留给他处理的时间有限，这些东西还在某个地方藏着，也说不定。
I like we're talking about it as he's like not fainted,
马捕头
unrestrained.
你怎么看呀？
如果发现罗世文藏匿了血衣，此案必然是铁案了。我这就派人搜索去。
这一来，剩下的就是程序性的事了。今天委屈沈先生了，咱们一
Yeah,
同
we
离
should
开
be
此
pissed
地
off
吧
that we got accused of murder. Hey, solved. Case 1. Oh, I have to press space to continue. Case solved.
案子破了，先生看起来也不是很开心，
Yeah, why aren't we happy? We found the culprit?
是因为还没搞清楚
Oh,
作案动机
right.
吗？
The whole reason why we came to him in the
这
first
个不着
place.
急啦，等罗世文醒来再去问问就是了。
阿福，你可还记得我来找罗佩的原因？
是为了查3年前英国
Wait,
伦
hold
敦
on.
先生
So
哥哥的那起悬案。
if my theory's right and the nephew really was writing the books, right? And we went to the author at first because of something he wrote in the book, does that mean the nephew is actually the one that knows whatever's going on? I wonder if like we never get to talk to him, the nephew will be murdered before we can talk to him. I think that's my early prediction because the nephew knows something because he was the actual writer of the books.
先生说过，罗佩的书稿似乎与那起案件有关。
Oh, the brother.
那起案子，因为案发地点的特殊性，苏格兰场下令保密。
Location of the
接触
crime.
过案件细节的人，连我在内，他也不超过5个。
But
我无意
somehow
中在
he
互
knew
报
about
上看到
it.
一部连载的侦探小说，
就是罗佩写的那部《斗士一阵》吗？
是的。按理说，这个远在湖南乡镇里的侦探小说家，
But then
不
what
应
would
该
the
与
how would
伦
the
敦那桩
nephew
案
know
子
about
有任
it
何联系。但诡异的
if
是，
he was the real writer?
先生，难道说
罗佩小说中的作案细节，与那桩案子一模一样。
罗佩这一死，线索又断了？
眼下仅存的希望，是昏迷中的
Oh,
罗世文。
Lo Shirwen's our only hope.
也许他会知道些什么。
既然这样，不如先去吃个早点吧。
Yeah, let's grab some breakfast and think about it.
先生，跟你说啊，刚我路过一家小吃摊，那里卖的臭豆腐，
You know,
闻起来
food
特
really
别
helps the
香。
brain. Case number 1 closed. Oh. Oh, we're just going right into case number 2. I mean, I was gonna continue case number 2 anyway.
还是外面不见。
Hold on.
先生，我们去吃糖油粑粑吧。
Thank you for the hydrate
你不是刚
check.
跟张之相拍胸脯？
I am out of water, so I'm gonna get some water after this dialogue is over.
既然阿福兄弟愿意帮忙，寻获血衣必定指日
Actually, no,
可
no.
待
Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. Alright. So I will BRB, take a stretch break, run some ads, and get some more water. I'm getting water, little guy. And when I get back, we'll continue case 2. Because I want to continue case 2 anyway. Like, the first case only took like a couple of hours, and that's including all the scuff. Ah! So yeah. Have some beans then. Oh my god. I got so many bruises from the beans. Alright, I'll be right back. I return with water. Huzzah! Alright. Okay, so we're trying to find Lope's coat now. Okay, yeah. And we're getting Afu to try to help because he knows science stuff. Okay. It's coming back to me. But yeah, thank you for the hydrate regime, little guy. Appreciate it.
麻捕头也不必安排衙役们去找了。
是。
I like how Officer Ma and the judge are like, yeah, no, these guys are good. Let's let them do it. Ah! Not more beans. Not the welcome back beans. Oh my god, I'm so glad I made change the throwing redeem stuff to just beans.
我这不是想找个理由出来转转吗？
Look, Afu, you drive me good at science.
在衙门里干等了一上午，那罗世文还没醒，可把我闷坏了。
Why are the beans supersized beans? I don't know, I can probably change it. Can I change it in the settings? No, probably... Where would it be? No. Yes? Maybe I have to do this. Okay, and then object manage? Trigger. Yes. Object customization? Here we go. Okay, I lowered it by half, so maybe now they'll be smaller? Or I don't know if I have to restart it for it to happen, but they might be smaller now. Oh, they are smaller! Oh my god. Those are closer to bean size. You know, I'll scale it up like a little bit and then I'll leave it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I thought I was on the other thing. No, I can bet you normal beans. Little beans for a little guy, huh? I'll do this, sure. Alright. Get back to the game. How you explain yourself? We're detective slash doctor person, I guess? I'm just trying to, because we're not a lawyer. Yeah, Shen's like, I'm not a lawyer, fuck off.
瞬间没有心情找好吃的了。
Not the food.
走不走？
要去哪儿？
Where?
罗氏文家，他首次作案，经验不足，时间又紧。
Oh, it was baby's first crime.
嘿嘿，先生的思路就是清晰。
Okay, wait, can I change clothes now? I can't change clothes. Okay. So the first one I wanted to keep the clothes in just because like the vibes, but now that we've like, you know, proved our innocence, I think we can graduate to like some new digs. So we don't have access to these yet. So we have access to these three aside from the default. So we got green coat, we got the fancy suit, Lyra the long outfit, Spring Festival exclusive detective outfit. Okay, then what do you have? Don't have that. You have that. I have that. Inventor's cloak? Stylish vest. If we both wear this, then we're kind of matching. How do we look?
嘿嘿，先生的思路就是清晰。
Look at us, we're matching. Can we talk to people? Oh, this is like a news bulletin, huh? Ranking list. Oh, there's a circle drawn on this paper, and there are so many words written on it. Seems to be a past list of the candidate examinations. Not sure why it's here, though. Wow, all these people on the list are scholars? The candidate examination is divided into county level, prefectural levels, and academy levels. This list is for the county level examinations. But what, Shen? Nothing. Oh, okay. The candidate examination in your Tongshi is primary level examination of the Imperial Examination System. Consists of 3 levels of examination: county, prefecture, and academy. After each examination, the examinee's number is announced in the form of a circle. This first examinee's number is raised by 1 character and located in the highest point of the circle. Other numbers are arranged counterclockwise. The center of the circle is written with a red, I can't read that, character, which has a long vertical line and a short horizontal line. Like the beginning of the character, God, I don't know that, which means auspicious. Oh, hey Chen, how you doing, buddy? Shen, is this Lo Shang's house? That's correct. Sorry, Officer Ma has issued an order that no one's allowed to enter. Soldier, do you remember us? We're the detectives who solved the low pay case this morning. Does he not remember us? Oh, Chen, you need to like get some sleep. Hey, I remember you're the accomplice. Accomplice is not allowed to enter. Soldier, we were entrusted by Judge Chang to search for evidence. Please listen. All right, Go on in then. That's all it takes. He's like, ah, okay. Lord has instructed, if it's Detective Shin investigating the case, we should cooperate. Your words really work. Oh, he just ripped it, huh? Alright, let's enter the home. It's quite hot. Not only is it hot, but it's also very stuffy. Damn, who knew a murderer turned up the heat? Just beginning of autumn. Why did he start to burn charcoal? Oh, he was probably burning the coat. Does Lo Xiang have a weak body needing to cover himself with a quilt even in the hot summers? Afu, do not make assumptions. Shen, let's finish the search as soon as possible and leave quickly. Okay, so we know he tried to burn it, right? Wow, isn't this a delivery food box from Cow Snacks? This snack shop is quite famous locally. Let me see what delicious food is in the food box. Afu, don't touch other people's belongings without permission. Anyway, Lo Xiang won't be back. What a pity to let it go to waste. I'll take care of it instead. So much for not tampering a crime scene. A basket of steamed buns. They're all mine. Oh, we're just gonna eat this man's food, huh? I mean, I guess he's been arrested for murder. He's not gonna eat it. We really shouldn't waste food, you know? It's so odd here. These buns have stayed here for 6 hours. Careful, they might be spoiled. Don't worry, Shin. It's not spoiled. These steamed buns are incredibly delicious. This wall's a bit strange. This blank space on the wall seems to be cleaner than the rest. Can you analyze a possible reason for it?
Huh?
There used to be calligraphy or painting hanging on it, but it was recently taken down. Exactly. Shen, there's a newspaper on the ground. This is a report about Lo Pei, but... The faces of both people in the photo are repeatedly punctured. This should be an act of venting anger. How much resentment must have been in Lo Xiang's heart? They are in fact spoiled. Right, I bet Afu is just gonna vomit, like, after this. In, like, a bush. The Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, The Adventures of Navy Treaty, A Case of Identity. Shen, are these all detective novels? Translations of the Sherlock Holmes series written by Arthur Conan Doyle. Shen, don't you think the middle of the bookshelf is particularly empty? Yes, judging from the imprints on the partition. There used to be some ceramic vessels in the middle of these bookshelves, but they're now gone. Interesting. Also, there's a thing added. There were a few things added in the last one, but I didn't read them. Let's read some of them. Tales of the Moon Colony. Tales of the Moon Colony can be rated as the ancestor of Chinese science fiction, written by Huangjiang Jiaosu. It was serialized and illustrated fiction between 1904 and 1905 with a total of 35 chapters and no ending. Hello? The subject of the novel is a peculiar balloon in which the main character travels across the sea in search of his wife and children, whilst encountering aliens from the moon. The novel combines the vernacular-style traditional novels with the essence of science fiction, creating a work of high artistic value in the late Qing dynasty. Alright, speaking of late Qing dynasty detective fiction. By the end of the Qing dynasty, under the influence and intervention of new ideas, Chinese people were increasingly eager to explore Western culture. During this time, novels easily became new favorites due to their accessibility and widespread publication, among which Western detective fiction, with its intricate plots and ingenious case designs, became the top choice of the majority of the people. The stories of Sherlock Holmes, oh, there's no space, that's hilarious, was a big hit ever since it was first translated into Chinese and published in the Current Affairs newspaper in 1896. Obstruction of official duties. According to the new criminal code of the Qing dynasty, the specific stipulations on the obstruction of official duties are any person who commits atrocities or coercions when an official is performing their duties shall be sentenced to a set term of imprisonment within the 4th degree, serve detention, or pay a fine of 300 won or less. The same applies to those who commit atrocities or coercions or use deception to influence official to impose or remove certain sanctions or resign. Privilege of cultivated talents. A scholar who has passed the county level imperial examination is known as a cultivated talent. Compared to the general public, they had certain privileges. 1. Cultivated talents were able to write a letter of request when they needed to report something to local authorities, whilst the general public could only write a petition. 2. When facing a magistrate, cultivated talents folded their hands in front and bowed as a courtesy instead of kneeling. Local authorities were not allowed to punish them at will. 3. The general public could not address cultivated talents by their names and had to greet them as my lord. The front door of cultivated talents' house was 3 inches taller than others. 4. Cultivated talents were exempt from partial taxes as well as statue labor. God damn. And here we go. Oh, hello? Here we go. Oh god. Cao Neng Tao, Arthur Conan Doyle. Cao Neng Tao, the translated name for Arthur Conan Doyle, the author of the story of Sherlock Holmes, as one of the most significant authors in the history of detective fiction. Conan Doyle originally pursued a career in medicine. After graduating, he opened a private clinic, which unfortunately did not attract many patients. Instead, the novels he wrote in his spare time gained immense popularity. Besides the stories of Sherlock Holmes, he also wrote novels in genres, including romance, science fiction, and historical fiction. Can't you imagine reading an Arthur Conan Doyle romance novel? That'd be hilarious. Oh, and then we have a general... I like how they have like this tab for like general crime knowledge. I think that's like a nice touch. Cast-off pattern bloodstains are created when blood is released or thrown from a blood-bearing object in motion onto a surface. Linear arch shape in general, they are often distributed on surface situated in higher locations, such as the upper end of the wall and the ceilings. At times, the cast-off pattern bloodstain will span across 2 surfaces, i.e. the ceiling and the wall and the floor, etc. Hesitation wounds, also known as tentative cuts, refer to a series of self-inflicted shallow cuts made by people considering a suicide attempt before the final cut that causes death. These non-lethal cuts may be due to psychological contradictions, trying out the weapon to test its sharpness, experiencing feelings of pain, etc. And defense wounds refer to injuries inflicted upon the victim when resisting an attack from an assailant. These are generally 2 types of defense wounds: incised wounds on the palms and finger joints, penetrating wounds on the palms and arms. Defense wounds don't appear in every homicide case. However, the presence of a defense wound, especially multiple defense wounds, must be key evidence of murder. Okay. Some nice little factoids. I wonder what's in this cabinet. Let's open it and see. Oh, that's a lot of paper. Many crumpled papers are falling out. I do love Afu's facial expressions. They're my favorite. Let's see what's written inside. Oh.
A few moments later.
The killer attacked someone with a rod, but it rebounded and knocked himself unconscious. So the victim turned into the killer, and the killer turned into the victim. Shen, it appears that all the crumpled papers in this cabinet are discarded novel manuscripts. Very likely indeed. I didn't expect that Lo Shuang was actually writing novels. Shen, what do you think of his writing? His ideas are unique, but his writing techniques are not yet mature enough. Is writing technique important, Shen? Certainly. If one has ideas without proper techniques, it's hard to create a good story. Clearly, Lo Shuang was not satisfied with his own writing either. Having crumpled them into paper balls, yet not wanting to discard them. Indeed, Lo Shuang's life seems rather awkward. It seems that someone is helping Lo Shuang improve his writing techniques. Oh, I wonder if he got his uncle to help him with his writing techniques, but instead of just helping him, his uncle stole the writing. And that's what Shuang meant by it should have been mine, because it was all his ideas, and then the uncle just helped him improve and stole his work. These few sheets of paper all have notes written in delicate and elegant handwriting. Alright, what about the middle shelf? Shen, there are some pills in this bottle. Could they be a knockout drug? Let's take a look. Smoking cessation pills. Does this Lo Xuan smoke opium too? That's highly possible. Not opium. Shen, who is this depicted in the portrait? It's Moriarty, the criminal mastermind from the Sherlock Holmes series. Oh, Lo Xuan hung up the portrait of the criminal mastermind here so he could see him while writing. Alright, we got a new thing here. Molitai, James Moriarty. Molitai, the translated name for Professor James Moriarty, the famous villain in the stories of Sherlock Holmes, was dubbed the Napoleon of crime. Outwardly a university mathematics professor with a respectable reputation, but secretly the head of a global criminal organization, masterminding half the crimes in London. The inspiration for this character is widely believed to have been drawn from Adam Worth, notorious criminal of the 19th century. The more you know. Seems he admired him quite a bit. No wonder he became a murderer. And what about the desk? Shen, there are some indentations on this paper that look like handwriting. I see. These are traces left by a fountain pen. Yes, someone used a fountain pen on the table to write something. But the paper with the written words has already been taken. Maybe that's where he wrote the... Oh, we can just lean forward. That's cool. Maybe that's where he wrote the suicide note. The wardrobe is locked. The padlock on top is similar to the one at Lo Pei's house. Shen, should I try to pry it open? If I were Lo Xuan, I would definitely hide the bloodstained coat in the wardrobe. Alright, it's up to you. I bet it's not there because he burned it. Let's go. Oh, that's a dead body. Oh, okay.
先生，这柜子里躺着一个女鬼啊！
Do I have a sound effect for this? Oh, I have this.
Bruh.
是一具女尸，已经断气多时了。
A dead. It is a dead. What else doing? I think that was the closest thing. Bruh.
昨天晚上，我们是不是见过他？
We did see her last night.
沈先生，我好像听到屋内有人叫。这是又有人死了。
How do we keep getting these situations? I swear to God, if we get accused of this, I'm gonna be upset.
难道罗世文又？
I don't think it's Lo Xuan. I think that's too obvious.
军爷，不忙下结论。
Wouldn't it be wild if before Lo Xuan murdered his uncle murdered this woman? And then put him in the wardrobe to frame Lo Xuan, only for Lo Xuan to murder the uncle. That'd be fucked up.
先容我们调查一下尸体。
External autopsy. Shen, this is a girl we... Wait, is she a little... Please don't tell me she's a child. Come on, that's fucked up. Please tell me she's like an adult woman. This is a girl we encountered by the creek last night. I also saw her photo in the newspaper. According to that article, her name is Liu Picheng, editor at the Golden Rule. Okay, she is an adult. Thank goodness it's not a dead kid. She was a longtime partner of Lope, and she was responsible for editing all of his books. How did Miss Liu die? You can only determine that after a thorough examination of the body. Oh, what got added? Oh, I guess we had to do the autopsy first. The deceased's face is noticeably bruised and swollen, with a bluish-purple color. Oh, I think she was strangled, probably. Yeah, caused by strangulation of the neck and obstruction of blood flow. Bruised and swollen, turned bluish-purple. Seeing how tall they are, I would assume that they were an adult. Look, you know, just need to double check. Her jaw joint, neck muscles, upper limb muscles, and leg joints are all exhibiting rigor mortis. Rigor mortis has spread throughout the body. No signs of relaxation yet. Entire body and rigor mortis, no signs of subsiding. Liver mortis was found on the wrist of the body. Abrasions and contusions on the fingertips, with minor subcutaneous bleeding. Fingernails and surrounding skin damage, possibly from scratching or clawing. Common defensive wounds in strangulation cases, suggesting victim struggled before death. Look at those feet. Liver mortis is present at the ankles. There is stiffness present at the toe joints. The video on ankles, stiff toe joints. What else? There we go, the neck. There is a deep red mark below the throat with localized discoloration and epidermal peeling. There seems to be symptoms of fractured laryngeal cartilage. This is a fatal injury. She was strangled to death. The strangulation mark is thick, long, no sign of finger pressure or crescent-shaped nail marks. It shows a weapon was used. The murderer may have used a rod-like object to strangle the victim. What's this? There are also 2 vertical marks evenly distributed on the surface. Fu, that needs to be documented separately. Long strangulation marks on the victim's neck, 2 vertical marks distributed on the surface. Got it. The weapon is a rod with 2 vertical marks. Oh, there's something else? Oh, the mouth. Blood foam at the corner of the mouth. There's also white powder on the lips. The white powder looks somewhat familiar. It can't be the rice cake, because she was alive when she was strangled. Chen, let me take a look. There's a smell of rice. Yes, it's crumbs from a rice cake. Could it be that this girl, like you, ate a rice cake with knockout drugs? It is possible. But there were signs of defensive wounds, right? There were signs of resistance, so maybe she was knocked out, brought somewhere, and then struggled as they were killing her? Oh, are the results of the investigation? The girl in the wardrobe was strangled by a blunt weapon. The time of her death? Her body shows total rigor mortis with no signs of relaxation. The fingers and toe joints are stiff. Oh, wait, there was something else too. Oh, there's another one? Preliminary assessments indicate that the victim was killed approximately 14 hours ago, but the time of death can be influenced by various factors. My judgment may not be precise. Alright, I wanted to check out the new tidbits we got. Jiang Chang Mister. I can't pronounce. Jian Chen literally means the one who was born first in Chinese, but has since become a respectful term for a knowledgeable person, regardless of gender. In the Book of Rituals, it's mentioned, when you meet a Zhang Shen, you should not go beyond the road to engage in conversation with others, which refers to addressing a teacher as Zhang Chen. Additionally, this term has been used to address male spouses, officials, accountants, Taoist priests, and others. In modern times, influenced by English word Mr., Chang Chen has begun to be used as a term of respect for males. And then knowledge. We got rigor mortis. It refers to the phenomenon of muscle rigidity and contracture after death. It usually begins to appear 1 to 3 hours after death and spreads from the masseter muscle to the entire body. The degree of rigor mortis can be used to determine the time of death, but factors such as external temperature and the physical condition of the deceased need to be considered. Liver mortis. Liver mortis refers to the visible purple-red bruises formed by the cessation of blood circulation, the accumulation of blood in the lower parts of the body after death. Time, pressure, and cause of death can all affect the shape and color of liver mortis. Liver mortis can be used to determine the time of death, the posture of death, and whether there have been any change in the state of the body. It's freezing a bit? Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on. Stopping the recording to troubleshoot.